Bienvenida, it's me, Kalila. So, what is up, y'all? Today I'm going to kind of talk about twists and interlocks, okay? Bear with me, this is probably going to be my longest video. So as we know, I'm actually a little over 14 months locked. I started my locks with 2-strand twists, and I did my maintenance with interlocks. I started it with the 4-point rotation, then I tried the 2-point rotation, then I tried the 3-point, and that's what I stuck with. So up until a year, I did the 3-point rotation, and then at that point, I switched over to twist. I did that because actually I wasn't sure if I was going to keep my locks, so I decided to switch over, and I'm so far keeping them. So this has been my experience with different things of having the interlocks versus a twist. So it's not going to be like a pro and con, like dislike. It's going to be like experience with both. Even though I don't have much experience with the twist, so bear with me, y'all. I hate doing these kind of videos, these sit down videos, because I would start to talking and get to talking about some other stuff. See, I just did it. Okay, so let's start with the time. The time it takes to interlock my hair was forever, basically. I would start at 9 a.m. and not be done until midnight, okay? I would even start the night before and still wouldn't be done till like 10 o'clock the next night. So with the interlocks, it definitely takes all day. I have over 500 locks. My last count was 544. I don't really know where I'm at, but I have over 500 locks. Sidebar, if I could do these all over, I would do about 400, okay? I would still be Microlocs with 400 locks, okay? So with the time, the interlocks take forever. And also with my interlocks, because my ends were unraveling, or still unraveling at 14 months, I was fixing my ends as well. I went from twisting them and I switched it over to coiling my ends. The coils stayed in. So I still have twists in there that are unraveling, but my coils are still there. They have not unraveled. Now with twist, it's taking me 4 to 5 hours, which I love. That's why I'm sticking to it. I can start on my twist any time of the day. I don't have to wait. I don't have to cancel my weekend. I don't have to get up at 9 o'clock. Well, that's not early to me, but I'm just saying I don't have to get up and start doing my hair early in the morning. I can choose to do it at 6 o'clock at night if I want, versus with the interlocks. The interlocks, so if time is a thing for you, definitely the twist is a better route, okay? Now, washing my hair, shampooing my hair. With the interlocks, you have to braid and bundle in the beginning, but as you go on and you're maturing, you don't have to do that. With my twist, right now I'm still concerned, so I'm bundling and I'm wearing the wave cap, because I guess traditional locks, that's something they do with the wave cap. So I'm doing that when I wash. So far, like I said, I'm only 2 months in with that, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to do that because I'm not sure if it's going to unravel. I feel like in the beginning stages, either way, you're going to have to do some type of braid or bundle some type of way. And so for me, with the interlocks, I did the braid and bundle. And then now with the twist, I'm just doing bundles and the wave cap. So, and I don't know if that would ever end, because I don't know if I ever feel safe with washing my hair or being like 4 weeks after a retwist and washing my hair. I don't know how long people go with washing their hair. I know you can go way longer with the interlocks versus the twist. I've only went 4 weeks, but right now I'm going to try to do 8 and see how that works out. So, product. So for the interlock, you don't need any product to interlock your hair. For the twist, you can use some locking gel. I personally use Oars locking gel to retwist my twists. I haven't had any issue with it. I haven't had like flaking. A lot of people don't want to use product because it can cause, buildup. But I think buildup comes from using product consistently. But if you're just using product to twist, I don't think that should be an issue. I haven't had any issue. I haven't had any flaking, any itchiness or anything like that from using the Oars locking gel. And I also have tried Talia's before, and I did the Talia's lock gel on my ends, and no flakiness, hardness, stiffness, or anything like that from the ends when I coiled them. But if you don't want to have to use product, definitely go with Interlocks. So the look of the locks, they both a win-win for me. Originally I chose Interlocks because how they look like a lock already. But I also love the look of the twist. It's just so silky and shiny and smooth and just fresh. It just gives you that fresh look when you get those retwists or those coils in your hair. Versus the Interlock, they look locked, so they don't look to me like fresh and silky and smooth because it looks like a lock. So it really just depends on what you prefer. But for me, I can go either way with that. I can go either way as far as the look. The tightness with Interlocks, I did experience a couple of times I went too tight and I did get a headache. With the twist, I have not experienced that yet, but I think with both, if you go too tight, you can cause like breaking and stuff like that. I haven't experienced that yet, but so I think it's just safe to be careful with either one. Just don't do too tight. Just don't go too tight with your Interlocks or your twist. But I did get a couple of headaches a couple of times, so I was just safer the next time around. I do experience, I suffer from migraines, so that could be different for other people. It could have just been too tight for me, maybe not everybody else, So, the lasting between reties, definitely the Interlocks will, I personally feel, last longer. Because with the Interlocks, the longest I've went was 12 weeks without interlocking. The longest has only been 4 weeks. I'm trying to do 8 right now, but I do feel like you would get more fuzziness with the twist. I do experience way more fuzzies with my twist than I did my Interlocks. So my twists are still there. The twist itself looks good. It's not unraveled or loose or anything like that, but it is fuzzy to where it looks not fresh. I don't want to say raggedy, but they don't look as fresh because you start to experience the fuzziness. And with the Interlocks, I didn't have that issue. But so I do feel like the Interlocks can go longer without the retwist. So far, I feel that way. Maturing. I feel like my twists mature faster than my Interlocks. As far as my top twist, they haven't really did much of anything, but like I said, I did my ends like that, and I have my ends that are locking, and I have 2-strand twists that are still not, and I have Interlocks that are still not mature. So I do feel like the twists mature much faster. As far as styles, I feel like with the Interlocks, you can kind of style it at any time, unless you put it in too tight. But to me personally, twists, they are best to style as you are twisting. I feel like also when you twist your hair and style it at the same time, it makes your twist last longer. You get much less like fuzziness and stuff in your hair versus with the Interlocks. Versus if you style it later. But for me, I feel like the Interlocks, you can twist it anytime, and with the twist, it's best to style right after, like right as you're getting it twisted. just for it to look good to me. So holes, definitely getting some holes with those interlocks. Well, you're not definitely getting some, but that's where you're getting them. You're definitely not getting them with twists. So with the interlocks, you definitely have to be a little more careful. You have to figure out the right size tool that you need for your size lock. You have to make sure you are interlocking them properly. If you are going back and forth, definitely can cause a hole. So you just have to be super careful with the interlocking so you don't get any holes, because the holes can break, can cause the breaking in your lock. You can also get breaking with twists, but that's more so from it twisting too tight, but no holes. You don't have to worry about any holes. So that's like the number one positive thing for me. I do have some holes in my interlocks, and there's really not a huge way for me to fix them. I know you can fix them with interlocking, but they've been interlocked so long, they're already starting to mature. Excuse me, and there's no way to really get the lock tool in between them. Plus, they're so small, and the needle is not sharp enough to really go through them. So I'm hoping that some way they mature. If I have to add a little bit of weave to them, I will. But as for now, I don't really do much to my locks. I wear it like this all the time. I actually wanted some bangs the other day, and my bangs was too long, so I tried to do the fake bang with a ponytail, and it just wasn't looking good. So, but yeah, this is my typical way of doing it. I don't do too much pulling and stuff like that on my locks, so my hopes and wishes is that they don't break where those holes are, okay? Tools. So, of course, with the interlocks, you're going to need an interlock tool. With the twist, you can use a comb. With mine being Microlocs, I don't use any tool. I don't comb it and then twist it. I just twist it. I put my lock gel on there and then I twist. I don't comb and coil or anything like that. So depending on your size, you may or may not need a tool. But as for me, no tool. You do have clips, so you would have to worry about clips for sure with the twist. For me, that's not a big deal. It might be a con to some people, but for me, that's not a big deal because I also use clips with my interlocks. So I like to clip my hair down. It just gives it, to me, more of a fresher look. I will put my clips in. If you watch any video, you will see my clips in there of me doing the retie or even a retwist. You will see my clips in there. I just like to put them in so it gives it more of that straighter look and it be not so crinkly, because mine tend to crinkle up and it doesn't really give it a stretch. Like, it's not like making it look is full length or anything like that, but it does give it more of a straighter look, which makes it look longer. And mine is still pretty much still full, so I'm okay with that. Some people might not want to because it might give it a thinner look. I don't know, but for me, I do put clips in it and it's not a big deal for me because I do it either way. So, but if you don't like clips, definitely go with interlocks. So the size of the lock and maturing. So this is just something that I've noticed. In the back, I have bigger locks and I've noticed that they mature faster. And then some of my ends are coiled, as I said before, and I noticed that they have matured faster. So I feel like bigger locks mature faster and the coils mature faster. And the last thing I have on here is budding. Now, I haven't received any budding, okay? Locks, interlocks, twists, I have not seen any budding. So I think I would notice it because I don't like budding. I think they are so small If it is budding, you can't see it. So whether it's the coiled one or interlock, I cannot see it. So we will see with the ones that are retwisted at the top. We will see what happens there. Right now, those are still, you know, silky and shiny and smooth, you know. Right now, those still are just like twisted. There's no maturing or budding happening right there. So we will see if it happens, but I hope it does not, because I hate the way the budding look. I used to like it because it looked like you starting to get a lot, but it's no. So so that is it, you guys. Let me know in the comments what your locks are. Are they interlocked? Are you coiling? Are you thinking about switching to either one? For me, I would say if I had to do it all over again, I would do coils. That's just me personally. I feel like with the coils as well, you get more of your length than you do with the interlocks. That wasn't even on my list, but there it is. You get more of your length. So if you had this much hair to interlock, to retie, it goes from here to here. But with my twist, when I twist, I'm not losing much. Now, my ends, I don't feel like they shrunk up much either where there was coils. So I do feel like you definitely get more of your length with coiling your hair and having more of that traditional lock versus the interlock. So one thing I forgot to add, you guys, was sweating. So if you sweat, you work out a lot, you go swimming, anything like that that could cause like heat and moisture or whatever to your scalp and your hair, I would say interlocking is definitely better versus with the twist. If you're swimming and stuff, of course you're going to have to worry about them unraveling. If you're sweating, same thing. For me, I started actually to interlock my bottom row because my twist would unravel. So I would definitely say if you have to worry about sweating, swimming, or anything like that, definitely the interlocks is the better route. But I don't care. I'm still twisting. I'm just going to take more precautions and scarf it up, wrap it up, whatever I need to do so it don't unravel. Let me know in the comments if you had any more questions as far as what I thought, and I may have missed it in the video. So just let me know. Like, share, subscribe, and until next time, y'all. Bye.